What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Jackson. Where is everybody that was saying that Jeff Saturday was a bad hire? Now, Power's here, and yes, sir, bro. Jeff Saturday, 1-0 as interim head coach, as the Colts got a victory against the Las Vegas Raiders. It was a great game all around. I mean, it was pretty good. Matt Ryan did get the start, and I was pretty impressed by what I saw from the entire team. So let's just get into the game. So the game starts off with both teams trading punts, and then both teams started off by trading punts, and then the Colts got it, went on a nice long drive, and finished it off with a Matt Ryan QB sneak for the touchdown, making the score 7-0. And the Colts actually scored a touchdown in the first quarter. That was crazy. The fact that actually happened. That was the first time since the Kansas City game that we scored a touchdown in the first quarter. But yeah, after that, we got a stop, got the ball right back, went down, had to settle for 3, but the score was 10-0. And the Raiders kind of had a decent drive going, but then they got stopped on downs. And then we went down and had a nice drive going, and then Matt Ryan threw a pass to QT, which was his first catch of the year, and he fumbled. Yeah, you wonder why you don't get playing time, pal. You fumbled your first catch of the year, and if he doesn't fumble, that sets us up in the red zone, like 1st and goal probably. But no, he fumbles, gives the ball back to the Raiders, and they get a momentum shift. They go down, they score a touchdown, make the score 10-7. But right before halftime, the Colts put together a nice little 2-minute drive, got into field goal range with just 3 seconds left, kicked the field goal, and went into half up 13-7. First halftime lead since last season for the Colts. And then the second half starts, we get a nice drive going. It gets to 3rd and 1 in the red zone. And then Matt Ryan goes back to his old self and gets sacked because we called a play action pass. He had Kylan Granson wide open but didn't hit him. That was the only mistake Matt Ryan really made for the game. And he gets sacked, so it makes it a long field goal. But Chase McLaughlin is pretty good at kicker, but he hits it off the upright and gives the Raiders all the momentum because they go down, and then they get a 1-yard rushing touchdown with Josh Jacobs, and they take a 14-13 lead. But then immediately after that, literally like 2 plays later, Jonathan Taylor pops a 66-yard run and scores a touchdown, going back to his 2021 self, making the score 19-14. We go for 2, don't get it, and give the Raiders the ball back. And then it gets to the 4th quarter. The Raiders put together a nice drive, and then Derek Carr throws a nice touchdown pass to Davante Adams where he got it in open field and ran and broke a couple tackles and scored a touchdown. And they took a 1-point lead, went for 2, didn't get it. And then both teams exchanged punts, and then the Colts got the ball back, and they put together a nice drive, which ended up being the game-winning drive, including a Matt Ryan 39-yard scramble for a 1st down. Yes, you heard that right. Matt Ryan had a 39-yard run in this game on 3rd and 3. The Raiders let Matt Ryan run for 39 yards. He ran so slow. I think I could have caught him, but the Raiders couldn't. Like that was hilarious, just watching Matt Ryan try to run as fast as he could and get 39 yards. But then after that, there was 2 plays later. Matt Ryan throws a nice pass to Paris Campbell, and he takes it all the way for a touchdown, giving us the 25-20 lead. We went for 2 and didn't get it, and we had a 5-point lead, but we were giving the ball back to the Raiders. And I've seen this a few times this season. Had no hope that we were going to win this game. The Raiders were driving down. They made nice plays. Davante Adams was doing his thing, breaking tackles and just converting 3rd downs. It was wild. But then it got to a 3rd and 6, and Derek Carr threw a pass to the end zone, and Bobby Okereke broke it up after it looked like it was going to be a touchdown, but he broke it up. Then it got to 4th and 6, and the entire game came down to this. Derek Carr threw the pass up to Davante Adams, just giving him a 50-50 chance. But there was only one problem. He had Stephon Gilmore on him, and Gilmore broke it up, and that is how the game ended. The Colts kneeled it out, and we got our first win under interim head coach Jeff Saturday. Now, Raiders fans, before you get pissed in the comment section saying that last play was pass interference, no, it wasn't. You clearly don't know how pass interference works. Both guys were making contact. When that happens, the refs let that go 9 out of 10 times. And that was just one of the times they let it go. That was not pass interference, so quit bitching about it. It wasn't pass interference, okay? If anything, it was pass interference on Adams. He was pushing Gilmore off, which is why Gilmore was doing what he was doing. Like, it was going both ways. That's when you let go. That's how pass interference works. Also, I saw a Raiders fan complaining about how illegal block in the back is apparently not a foul anymore. Y'all literally got away with illegal block in the back on a punt return. And then we got called for a penalty on that same punt return. So just, Raiders fans, quit making excuses. Y'all lost the game because your coaching staff sucks, okay? That's besides the point. Derek Carr deserves better. You need to free him. I mean, y'all have this man crying in his post-game press conference because the coaching staff doesn't care. At least that's what I think he said. That's what I got from the interview. It just pissed him off that there was just people in the locker room that didn't care. I think he was calling out Josh McDaniels with that. But enough about the Raiders. This is a Colts channel. I want to talk about what I liked about the game. So, the first thing that stood out to me was the play calling. It was so much better. Like, it was crazy. I think Park Frazier's, I think his game plan was, I'm going to call what makes sense. Because almost all of the play calls made sense. You know, I mean, there was a couple ones that weren't good. Like, the 2-point conversion plays. I didn't love those. Because we passed on both of our 2-point conversion attempts. Probably should have tried running, but you know what? I'm not going to be too critical on Parks Frazier. He called a pretty good game, and for his first ever time calling plays in an actual game, he did a pretty good job. Like, he did one hell of a job for it being his first game, and just the whole team came together. And I watched Jeff Saturday's post-game speech in the locker room. It's very obvious that this team is bought in, and that's a great sign. There was a lot of people saying how bad this hire was, how we were going to fall apart. No one gave us a chance to win this game. Like, the Raiders had like an 86% chance to win it, according to ESPN. And we went out there and we shocked the world. I mean, I don't think there's one person that's talked bad about the Colts since yesterday. It's honestly, it's cool. I mean, Jeff Saturday, I think he won the team over for sure. Like, I needed to see how he was going to coach before I made judgment on him. Like I said in my video, like how I didn't know how to feel about it, I needed to see how he coached. I like the way he coached. He managed the clock well. Like, Jeff Saturday did a lot of things right. And Parks Frazier, he's the play caller. We haven't named him the OC yet. That's not his title. His title is play caller. He might as well be the OC because he called the plays and he did a pretty good job. And just the team. This was one of the best games that this team has played all year. Like, all around, both phases of the ball, both sides of the ball, it was pretty good. We played pretty good on both sides. The defense had its moments, but, you know, it's kind of hard to guard Davante Adams sometimes. There's just only one critique I have about the defense is, why in the hell do we have linebackers guarding Davante Adams? That doesn't make any sense. Just don't do that. That's not a thing you should be doing. Put Gilmore on Adams at all times. You saw what happened if you put Gilmore on Adams. He broke up the pass at the end of the game that won us the game. So just, yeah, I don't know why we had linebackers on Davante Adams. But other than that, I was pretty impressed by what I saw. The team played well. Matt Ryan got the start. He played one of the best games he's played all year. He was 21 of 28, had over 200 yards and a touchdown pass. He also had the 1-yard rushing touchdown and his 39-yard scramble, which I still don't believe actually happened. But it happened for sure. I mean, it was just a great team win. We needed each other to win that game. No one person stood out. It was a team win, and that's exactly what Jeff Saturday wants. And this team's bought in. It's very obvious. They have bought into Jeff Saturday as head coach, and I don't know, hopefully this is the start of our turnaround. I'm not going to get my hopes up, but I'm just saying we play the Eagles next week, and that game is going to say a lot about us. We have a chance to end their undefeated streak, assuming they're still undefeated because they play tonight, and they could lose. I mean, it's unlikely, but they very well could lose. And who knows? We could, if we play like that against the Eagles, we could very well end their undefeated streak. And, you know, I hope the Eagles win tonight because I want to be the one to end their undefeated streak. Even though it's a long shot that we will, I can hope. And I think next week is going to say a lot about this team. Even if we lose and it's competitive, that's going to say a lot about us. And we're now 4-5-1, and we can make the playoffs. It's not out of the ordinary for us to make the playoffs, especially if the team buys into Jeff Saturday like they seem to have bought into him. But like I've been saying, next week is our biggest test of the season. And this game next week against the Eagles is going to say a lot about this team. And I'm just going to leave off with that. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications, and follow everything in the description box. See you guys next time. Bye.